Conan the Barbarian, Lair of the Beastmen. It is summer in the north-lying kingdom called Asgard, here in this world of more than 100 centuries ago. But still, a blanket of snow and ice rests heavy upon the land, as a dark-haired youth kneels grimly before a shaggy form which, mere moments before, had tried to snuff out his brief life. The giant one is dead, because he thought me too small, too puny to fight back. But what manner of man or brute is it that came charging toward me from out of nowhere? Well, no matter, and anyway, I won't find the answer by standing around shivering. Better to leave this haunted place before that monster's big brother comes looking for him. Besides, it's starting to snow again. A curse on that wandering warrior I waylaid 2 days ago. His ragged fur-cloak keeps me no warmer than does his blunt-edged sword. Well, if he'd pointed me the way back to Cimmeria, maybe I'd have let him keep one of them. Wait, what's that? A girl, a fair one at that, but no more dressed for this weather than I am. Oh, woman, are you lost or? Blast you, girl, snow leopard got your tongue? I said, are you lost or? Now what have I said? She bolts like some frightened deer. Stop! Well then, I suppose I must pursue her. If nothing else, she doubtless dwells near here, and it's not getting any warmer. Hold, woman! No need to flee! Upon my word, I want nothing from you but directions, or at most, a night's lodgings.
Lodgings? I will give you lodgings in Broim, long hair, for the rest of your unhappy life. Hurrah!
Well met, Zagor. The barbarian goes down.
But only at the cost of my choicest pike, Moira. How strong he must. What? He still moves? Look at him, Moira. How he gropes for me, even through half-dazed eyes. He'll make a worthy slave. And that for certain.
Enough. He'll do us no good with a split skull. Back to Broim with the wretch.
Do not seek to give orders to officers of the Praetorian Guard, woman. You were a useful tool with charms enough to lure the manling to his doom. But now we'll take charge. For, though you may be the king's favorite, you are still merely human after all. So, you say you watched from afar while the manling fought and slew our wayward comrade Gantor? Serve the giant one right for striking out ever on his own. Still, if I had my will, I'd gut the manling for it. Aye, but there's need for new slaves in the land of always light.
The land of always light. The Cimmerian's piercing eyes are closed, his ears unhearing, as he is borne bodily through night-dark tunnels, into a vast, illumined cavern. But, even awakened, Conan's untutored senses would be staggered by what his eyes would behold. Great sword-like spires straining upward to fence with stalactite spears, a sprawling subterranean city dwarfing the few frontier outposts he has seen, and, overall, an eerie, sickly glow.
What say you? Shall we drag this carrion before his supremacy? To what purpose, fool? Nay, to the slave pens with him, that way through the heart of Broim.
If I know you, Zagor, you'll turn his capture into excuse for a triumphal procession.
And why should I not, female? Is not Zagor mightiest of all his supremacy's guardsmen? Is not my name voiced more loudly at the games than any save that of the king himself?
Then, his brain still reeling, the black-maned barbarian is surged, shackled, and hurled headlong into a clammy, benighted chamber.
In there, manling. Languish with the rest of your loathsome kind. Faugh! Already I grow ill from the man-reek here.
So, our master's nets have snared one more luckless traveler. Ho, fellow, I am Kjord, chief thrall of Broim barracks.
I am Conan, a Cimmerian. But have I been cast among specters? You are all so pale.
As you shall be, youth, when you have dwelt a while in the land of always light. We have heard of something in the outer world called the sun, which turns the skin to bronze, but we have never seen it, nor shall you, ever again.
No? Then slay me now with those great hands, tall one, for I will be free.
Conan, hold! You do not understand. Now, do you see, I meant only that mental bars hold you prisoner, make you one of us. Alas, we all were born slaves, but you, too, shall grow old as one.
Born a slave of those brutish beastmen below? You were right, Kjord. I do not understand.
Then hearken, manling from the world beyond. Listen, and I'll tell you a tale handed down from chief thrall to chief thrall since time out of mind. Long, long ago, in that outer world which we have never glimpsed, a human wanderer from afar led a small war party into the icy wastes which lie above our heads. Their mission? To destroy the rumored beast-men ere they grew strong enough to menace the world where men rule. But those bold warriors were fated never to return to the haunts of men. Ambushed, sorely outnumbered, they were defeated. Yet not slain, no, not at all, for the beastmen were shrewd and learned from the captives of something called a weapon. They also found that men made good workers. Too good, in fact, to be allowed to die out when their meager lifespan was done, not so long as there were human females dwelling on the edges of the ice wastes, who would make lovely brides for their hapless man-slaves. Much later, they found this abandoned city, built by some earlier, long-dead race of men. Since then, our masters have made many strides here in Broim, all unknown to the world without. Oh! Our guards have come for us.
It is the work time. Chief Thrall, muster your manlings.
Come, Conan, you must fall too, with the rest of us. Why do you delay? What are you thinking of, Conan?
I was only remembering that the name Chief Thrall still means a slave.
There, Cimmerian, are the newest toys of our king Gar-Kree. War machines with which our masters will ere long attack the outer world. Now, I must leave you. Take care, and do what is demanded of you.
Silence, Kjord. You know you are forbidden to speak during the work time, except to relay our orders to your fellow worms.
Then, Conan stands alone, in chains for the first time of his young life, and not at all liking it.
Ho there, dog! Ah, manling, the fire in your eyes tells me you remember the Gore, the one who captured you.
Yes, I remember, and I am a man, not a manling.
Hold your tongue, fool. You were not asked a question. Ah, this warhammer is not for the likes of a slave. I claim it for my price. What say you to that, dog?
This time, Conan's cobra-quick answer comes not in words. But his heavy chains hamper him, and the smaller of the two man-apes wields his pike much more swiftly than Conan could have guessed.
Good timing, Harlan. I had forgotten that slaves taken from the outer world often have some fight left in them. Too much fight. I say we should knock it out of him.
Uh-oh. The new one is as good as dead now. I hope they don't take his actions out on us as well. The barbarian struggles to his feet, knowing he'll be struck down again. Is that the difference between a manling and a man?
Stand up straight, dog. How can I put my pike through you till you do? Oh, what are you doing there? Zagor, it's his supremacy with his handmaid Moira. I was teaching this manling a lesson, sire, ere I skewing him like a pig.
Remove these chains and we'll see who learns the lesson.
It is clear this one will never make a good slave, but still it is a shame to waste his death.
May I suggest, sire, the games?
Oi, the games it shall be. By my crown, made from the teeth of the long-dead tusk bears, we'll see you grovel before you die, manling.
There is no night in Broim, where phosphorescent nuggets stud the jagged cavern walls. Yet, it is ever dark in the slave barracks where, later, Conan sits brooding and hears a stealthy footfall.
Who goes there?
Your ears are sharp, Conan. Fear not, it is only I, Kjord.
You move softly for one so large. But why do you seek me out?
I have brought you something. It is but a knife of obsidian, which I carved long ago with stones. I meant it to take my own life, if ever need arose, but it will save you suffering as well.
You gave me this blade so I could kill myself?
Of course, why else?
Never mind. I'll find some use for it. But tell me, Kjord, with your strength and skill, why do you not lead a revolt against your beastman masters?
I? Nay, we were born and bred to serve, and serve we shall. Any other course must lead to bloodshed, and I would not see any of my flock shed so much as a drop.
Perhaps blood is a price you must pay to be free.
No, I say, I'm no coward, we know that word down here too. But your price is too high, too high! Better to live out our lives as slaves than all to die on the altar of some dreamer's folly. Conan, I too have dreamed of being free. Often, in the darkness, I have dreamed that our masters have simply vanished, and that I ruled this city as its kind and loving king. But there was no blood on the pavement, Conan. No blood.
Then dream on, manling, till the day you die. Someone once told me I would be a king too. I forgot who. But when I sleep, I have no dreams. Good night. My thanks for the knife. The Games of Gar Kree, event supreme of Broim. The sole time when are gathered all the beastmen who lorded over this small but savage realm, and where now are displayed the great weapons of war, which soon shall carve them out an empire from the world above. The manlings watch too, penned in wooden cages, for here the beastmen execute, in trial by combat, those humans they deem most rebellious, and thus most dangerous.
I dreamed my dream again, wife, but it was different this time, and the barbarian Conan was there. Quiet, Kjord. Do you wish to share his fate? I would be proud to, if pride were mine to know. Conan, we have cringed ever since the hour of our birth. Show us how to die, that perhaps we shall learn how to live.
Grovel, manling, and perchance I shall give you a place in my own palace.
What, to run at your heels like a yapping dog? Like the Sheikah Moira?
Enough. You have sealed your doom. Release the lion. Oi, great sire.
Like all barbarians, young Conan has heard legends of the dreaded snow lion. But in his few years, he has never before seen one. The brute's roar does its work. For a moment, the Cimmerian stands transfixed with fear. But only for a moment. For is not this at least a natural foe? Far more natural than the grotesque beastman who glared down at him. He draws his blade from hiding, and he waits. Nor must he wait for long. Hot, fetid breath, a rush of air displaced by a massive form, the sense of steel-muscled death hurtling by, and back again. Suddenly, a last and desperate surge of strength, powerful young sinews stretched to the breaking point, and then, from despair, triumph, from defeat, victory, and from out of the jaws of death, life.
The manling had a weapon. It was forbidden. For that he shall die slowly, and wish the great cat's talons had found his heart. Guardsmen!
It seems all unreal to Conan as he stares out through half-dazed eyes. To die in a half-lighted arena, in some sunken cavern, put to the sword by apes that walk like men? What Conan's mind cannot accept, Conan's body will not yield to. Squinting through dimmed eyes, he lashes out, but too late.
Our friend Zagor will be sorry he works the other end of the arena today, when I deliver the death stroke. Hold on. It is his supremacy who must decree the manling's fate. Death. But not until he begs it, till a thought thrust in his most fervent prayer. Not before he groans that he is a manling shall he die like a dog.
No! You have turned us into dogs! Into less than animals! You won't do the same to him! You won't! Husband, hush! Remember your dream! Too long have I been thrall to a dream, as much as to the beast man. From this hour I shall be slave to neither. From this hour let there be no more manlings, but only free men and dead men. Well, what are you waiting for? Then the dam breaks, and a torrent of terrified humanity pours through the shattered door. Most to flee, but a few, despite their fears, to fight unarmed. This isn't as hopeless as it appears, barbarian. Our masters are like sheep. If we can best the guardsmen, the rest know not how to fight. Then don't waste breath on words, friend, but strike out at our foes and sell your life dearly if you must.
Guards, protect you the war weapons.
Yes, the weapons. Perhaps they will even the scales. Well, there still is time.
Kjord, what are you trying to do?
Don't you see, Conan, where this ram is aimed?
Of course, it faces the Beast King and his hairy court, those without whom the man-apes cannot stand.
Aye, but the great wheels turn hard.
Then lean to it, fellow, and devil take the first to drop. Crum, but this thing is big.
Even as, for the first time, the onlooking beastmen begin to break and run, 4 mighty arms, 4 massive legs strain with almost superhuman effort. And the ram begins to move. Inch.
It's going, Conan! It's going!
By agonizing inch.
Then harder, man! Harder!
Until suddenly, with a thunderous roar that shakes the earth to bits.
No!
And who could have guessed that those few crumbling pillars form the support for the very arena itself?
We have won! We are free!
Oh, here's my helmet where Zagor must have dropped it. Well, your dream has come to pass, Kjord, and precious little of man's blood has been shed. What think you of that, Kjord?
Save your breath, manling. I know not how it is in the world above, but in Brutheim, dead men do not speak.
Kjord! I pray you have a soul, Zagor, that it may drift and mutter forever in some beastman's hell.
We are free. Free to be our own masters at last. Thanks be to you and Kjord, barbarian. But Kjord lies so still, is he?
The last man-apes are gone now. Fled, uncomprehending, to dark forgotten caverns and perhaps to the snowlands which spawned their ancestors, as tears well up in eyes which have never known them. Back, I say, stand aside. There is something I must seek out in these crumpled ruins, and I have found it. Yes, thralls, you are free now, and long may you remain so. But let your legends say of this day that a king led you to victory, and that his name was Kjord, for he was the last of the menlings, but first among men. The end. Well, folks, thank you for listening once again. If you like our content, please do as our favorite Cimmerian would do. Crush that subscribe and like button, see better YouTube content driven before you, and hear the lamentations of YouTubers who are too weak to enjoy Sword and Sorcery. Till next time.